Hey, thanks for checking out this presentation here. I wanted to show you how to sell your home fast and for more money. And obviously, as you can see by the subtitle here, we're going to talk about how any for sale by owner can sell for a higher price. Obviously, if you're trying to sell your home on your own, you want to sell it for as much as you can. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate you. It's a big decision to make a move. And being able to sell your home on your own, there's so many forms available nowadays and everything's available online. There's a lot you can do to sell your home on your own. What I want to do in this brief presentation is give you some tips on how you can get it sold. You can save a lot of money for yourself. And more importantly, you might be able to sell it to the most desirable buyer, meaning they would be able to buy it for more money. You can get a higher sales price. So we're going to cover two things in this brief presentation. Number one, why 83% of homeowners that do sell their home on their own, they fail to sell it themselves. But that's not a big deal because of number two, how you can ensure that you not only sell, but sell for absolute top dollar. So the national stats show that 83% of homeowners cannot sell their home on their own. Only 17% do. But what I want to do in this presentation is show you how you can sell it on your own by understanding the marketing that you need to put forth as a for sale by owner. If you're hiring yourself as the agent, if you're hiring yourself as the representative, you're really the marketing director. That's really what your title is in representing your home, is you are the marketing director. So I want to show you how to drastically increase your chances of selling. 17% chance of selling is not very good. Well, let me tell you, just a few years ago, we've seen sample numbers as high as 70% of homeowners were able to sell their house. So you want to think about, well, why has that number dropped? Why did it used to be we could sell our own home? You may have even sold previous homes you've had. I talk to homeowners all the time. I'm an agent here in the area, and I talk to homeowners all the time that say, well, we've sold the last 3 homes that we've had on our own, and we sold them in 3 days with no problem at all. Well, that was years ago. That was long before internet and target marketing started taking over with more data and more distractions that the buyers have. But today, you're going to learn how you can sell yours and get your numbers way up where you have a much, much higher chance of being able to sell it on your own. What I don't want you to do is what most homeowners do. They load their home on Zillow as a for sale by owner, and then they wait for it to sell. That is a recipe for disaster. And here's what I mean by that. You know who's on Zillow all day long? Real estate agents. So if you have your home listed on Zillow, and you're mad that you keep getting calls from real estate agents, you need to fire your marketing department. Whoever's responsible for your marketing has done that because they put the home where only agents are looking. So don't be frustrated when you call. I've actually heard from buyers that said they called a for sale by owner here in our area, and the for sale by or the homeowner was like, "Are you an agent or a buyer?" And they're like, "Wow, that was kind of offensive. What do you mean? Am I an agent or a buyer? Why are you angry?" So a lot of homeowners are just frustrated that they're getting all these calls from agents and not getting calls from buyers. Please understand that's an effect of your marketing. You're attracting those people. You want to start attracting more buyers? That's what we're going to cover on this presentation here. And the fact is, listing your home on the MLS isn't going to help you much more either. You're going to have a lot of agents that are calling you saying, well, I can get you listed on the MLS. That adds you to realtor.com. That's it. That's about all that it does. It syndicates to all these other websites. The agent will then show your home and that type of thing. But do you really think there's a whole bunch of buyers on realtor.com that never go to Zillow.com? It's not going to help you a whole lot. What you need is a target marketing specialist. There's a difference between real estate agents and what they do. Heck, you could put it on the MLS for $99. And guess what? That too won't work. You've got yourself on one more website, which is the same website that all the buyers are already looking at. If they go to Zillow, they go to realtor.com and vice versa. So that's not going to help you much. You've got to understand when you're hiring someone to represent your home, you're hiring a marketing director, and what they do matters. So what I'm going to show you here is how top producing marketing experts are selling their listings. As an example, I do really well here in the market area. Again, I'm a real estate agent, and a lot of the homes that I represent, I utilize this target marketing approach, which is really kind of a top secret approach. I'm going to give it to you today. You can use it yourself. I think, spreading goodwill, hopefully you sell your home on your own. If you don't, maybe you'll give me a shot as well. But the top producing agents are marketing homes based on the amenities that you have. Your home certainly has some unique amenities in the property that's going to appeal to certain types of buyers, what we call the most opportune buyer. So I want to show you how you find that, because then you can increase your chances of selling your home for a lot more money. So again, if you're taking notes here, you want to write down target marketing. You don't want to do the spaghetti at the wall. Just throw it out there and hope that buyers find you. That's going to end in disaster. As an example, right here in this market area, where our homes that are marketed correctly, they're averaging about 4 to 5 days on the market. So I want to be clear with you. If you've been on the market over 5 days, you've already missed one whole generation of buyers. There'll be some new buyers in here this week. Then you missed another generation of buyers. They're buying the competition. A lot of people think, well, we've only been on 2 weeks. You've been through 3 generations of buyers. Homes are selling very quickly when they're target marketed correctly. So if you know who the most opportune buyer is for your house, that's going to allow you to target market those buyers because they're most likely to give you the most amount of money for your home. And you can have that magnetically attractive offer. So there's certain things that your home has, certain things that you would brag about, whether it's school district or a fenced in yard or a great family friendly neighborhood, lots of kids in the area, anything like that, whatever it is, hardwood floors, new roof, all of the things that you would have. There's certain people that are going to be very interested in that, particularly if it's a better fit for their family's needs. They'll be magnetically attracted to that. We don't want to advertise to the masses. You want to make sure you're advertising to that most opportune prospect. So let me show you a quick example here. Let's say that this is a home right here in our area. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-story house. It's got an in-home office area. It has a first floor primary bedroom. All the other bedrooms are upstairs. There's a fenced yard, and it's priced at $600,000. Okay, so my question to you is, if this were your home, describe to me who would buy that home. Look at the criteria here. If you're going to be a marketing specialist, you have to know how to do this. Who is most likely to buy this home? Well, let me show you here. It's going to be someone with at least 2 children. They'll probably have, they'll be a small business owner, or they'll work from home because they'll really love that home office you have. Their children will likely be of teenage years, which means this is going to be a little bit older couple. It's not going to be a young couple because they don't want their bedroom on a different level than the nursery. But if they have teenagers, they want to be separated from them a little bit. Does that make sense? So you're going after an older couple. I shouldn't say older, but not 25 or 30, right? They have children of teenage years. They have at least 1 pet in the home. They're going to love that fenced yard. They'll have a credit score of 660 or higher, and they'll have a household income of 175 to 225 because we know your home's priced at $600,000. So about a third of that is what they'll need to make for total household income. So let me ask you, based on all of the target marketing you've been doing for your house, is this exactly who you've been marketing to? And if not, what have you been doing? Throw it on a website, wait on somebody to come around, you're going to get a bunch of agents calling you and you're going to get mad. You have to target market exactly who the most opportune buyer is. So some of the companies, I'm giving it to you here today. You can do this on your own. You do not need an agent. You can do this on your own. If you go to Exact Data, Leads Please, Strategic List, Info USA, Data Finder, these are some of the marketing list companies that you can acquire data for people in the area that are most likely to buy your home. And they may be, the most likely buyer may not be actively out there looking right now. How many times, if you've been thinking of moving, you probably thought of this for a year, maybe even longer, right? And if the perfect property would have came along 6 months ago, you would have made the move. It's all a matter of them finding the right property at the right time. So some of the data you can get from these mailing list brokers, and you'll want to write that term down, mailing list broker or marketing list broker. Some of the data that you can acquire from them is, number 1, a mailing address. Number 2, an email address for each of these clients. Number 3 is a phone number. Number 4 is their LinkedIn page or their Facebook page. Which do you think, of all of these here, which do you think are the best info to acquire to get your home sold within a week? Which 2 would you choose to get their information? And I'm sure you chose it correctly here. You would choose email address and phone number. Why? You're probably not going to email them because email doesn't work anymore. You're probably not going to call them because nobody answers their phone anymore. But what you can do is utilize that data to market to them directly through what's called Facebook custom audience. You can do the same thing on YouTube. You can do it on Google. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. But essentially what you would do is take that information, load those 2 data sets into Facebook custom audience, to get our property directly in front of the most opportune buyer. This is what target marketing realtors are doing today. This is why homes are selling so fast. I should say it's one of the reasons homes are selling so fast, because we can target market the most opportune buyer. So this is how homes are being marketed and sold in today's target marketing environment. We don't even need a for sale sign in the yard. We're certainly not doing open houses. We can target market the most opportune buyer. So you can copy this approach. If you want to be the marketing director, this is exactly how you do that. So you're utilizing a targeted approach. The most successful marketing campaigns will then send them to a high converting web page, or what we call a marketing funnel for your house. So a couple of resources you can use. Weebly.com will allow you to create a good web page. They actually have a free version as well. Another one is called ClickFunnels. If you get with ClickFunnels, they'll show you how to create a marketing funnel. So when a buyer is interested in your house, they're going to kind of go down this slippery slope of getting more info, seeing the house, writing an offer, understanding that homes are selling for over asking price in our area. You're able to market to them the right way. So if you create a marketing funnel and retargeting to those that show interest, that's the best way to nurture and follow up until they're ready to buy. So there's an awful lot of people. If you're on Zillow as an example, which is kind of wasting your time having your property on Zillow, but if you're on Zillow right now, you see so many people are viewing the home. Well, what does your follow-up campaign look like to them? Did you pixel them? Are you retargeting them in any way? Are they getting walkthroughs of your home? Have they seen video pictures, additional information? How are you showing them some type of prearranged financing that's available for them? You are the marketing director for your house. You have to have these things in order, or hire somebody that can. Now, why is this so important? As I'm sure you've seen, homes in this area are averaging far less than 10 days on the market. The majority are getting multiple offers and selling for over asking price. So lately, we've been referring to the price as the starting price, not the asking price. Okay. Years ago, before the market was this hot, we would have an asking price and they would offer something a little lower and we try and come in between. Now, this is really a starting price, because almost all of them are going for more than market value, more than asking price, with multiple offers. If that's not happening to you, you have a marketing issue. You are in the hottest market we've ever seen in the history of the United States. You got to get somebody to market your home correctly, or you do it yourself. Either way is fine. So the homes that aren't experiencing the norm, they're just fighting with obscurity and marketing, right? Nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows that it's out there. Nobody knows that that home exists. So it's an obscurity issue. And the common homeowner that's never going to sell, they'd say, well, it's on Zillow. If anybody's serious, they would see it on Zillow. That's not how marketing works. You think they're going to pursue you? It doesn't work that way. That's why everything is selling so quickly in today's market. Now, some additional marketing venues you might want to consider. Direct mail works extremely well when you have a professional copywriter create a marketing package on your home. We do that a lot with the homes that I represent. We'll get a direct mail approach together. I hire a professional copywriter and we create a marketing package for the home. It has to be a real presentation, not an info sheet that you put on the kitchen table that has the same photos you have online, right? So I rarely recommend that early in the process, as the online target marketing is getting phenomenal results. So if I were you, I would just start with the online approach, find the most opportune buyers, get a marketing list together, cross-reference that, load them into Facebook custom audience, and you show up on their news feed as a home available right here in this marketplace. Now, why is this so important? Since we're getting so many purchase contracts, and the majority of these contracts are over asking price, we can be picky on the terms of sale and which contract's in your best interest. So maybe you want to close in a month. Maybe you want to close in 3 months. Maybe, highest offer may not be the best offer for your needs. Highest and best offer might be two different things. But the more contracts you get on your home, and obviously as hot as the market is right now, if you're doing a good job as the marketer, you're getting a lot of contracts every week to consider. Just as everybody else that's listed right now and professionally marketed is getting. So you can decide which ones best fit my needs, not only for asking price, even if they are giving over asking price, is it really terms that make sense for me? So that's really what we need to start looking at. Now, the quality of prospects matters as well. The homeowners that don't experience this, They're the ones that are putting a sign in the yard, posting it on Zillow and a few other sites, and then they're doing an open house on Sunday, hoping that a random person driving by between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. is going to be looking to buy a house right now and looking to buy that particular house. If you've hired yourself as the marketing specialist, you have to be the marketing specialist. It's crucial that you be the marketing specialist. So you really want to think about which approach are you using, and are you going aggressive enough to get the home sold in such an aggressive market? Pricing and marketing precision matters as well. So some homeowners are underpriced or overpriced, and some simply aren't using a targeted marketing approach. They're throwing it out there and waiting on somebody to come to them. Anytime you have something that's unique, you'll always sell it faster and for more money if marketed to the most opportune prospect. So as an example, if I have a 69 Mustang that's in perfect condition and all original parts and very low miles, there's a certain type of collector that will pay me a premium. What I don't want to do is like throw it in the newspaper and put it on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and just hope that somebody that's looking for a car for a good price would come along. No, I need someone that's going to fall in love with it for what's unique about it. The same is true with your house. There's very unique reasons you chose the house when you bought it compared to all the other ones you looked at. That's what needs to be marketed, and most importantly, marketed to the right people. So that's the importance of hiring on a marketing consultant if you aren't going to do it yourself, or if, obviously if you're over your head, if you don't know how to do it or you don't have the experience with it. So let's talk about getting you some free assistance at least. Get your home sold. You can sell it on your own, but get yourself some free assistance. As a professional real estate advisor and marketing specialist, I'm always happy to give some helpful advice here as to how the home should be positioned and marketed in the marketplace. So what I do is I do a free walkthrough of the home, and I give a maximum of 15 minutes of marketing consulting to give you the best places to look, the best prospects to target, and some specific techniques to sell your home on your own. So I'm more than happy to do that. I do that for everybody here in the area. Again, I'd give a 15-minute, no more than 15-minute marketing consulting to give you free advice on what you can do, how you can sell your home. And there's a really good chance that if you do get it targeted correctly, you can sell your home on your own. You'll probably get a premium price for it, and you'll save yourself a bunch of money in expenses as well. Now, a lot of people would say, well, why would you offer that service for free? After all, you are a real estate agent. Don't you want the listing? Aren't you just trying to get me to take a listing? The fact is, I'm one of the most expensive realtors in town because I do a better job, because I can do better target marketing, and you might possibly net more from the sale of your home, which obviously your number one goal is, how do I bring more to the bottom line, right? So I'm rarely even accepting in new listings, but what I have found is that about half the owners that I do give some consulting to, they may be able to sell it immediately and sell that home on their own. The other half may eventually say, hey, I tried it out. I didn't really know what I was doing. I got some good results, but not great. And they'll contact me to handle everything at a professional level so they can net top dollar as a homeowner. So the initial meeting is for your education. It's totally free of charge, without obligation, and without some sort of weird sales pitch. I'm not going to like give you a listing presentation. I'm literally there to give you 15 minutes of marketing consulting to show you how to best expose your property to the most opportune buyers. Okay, so the question is, are you going to be the next success story? Selling your home is fun when you're going about it the right way. If you're attracting dozens of prospects and you're getting several purchase contracts, it's actually a lot of fun to do. If you've done a bad job at marketing, you're getting more agents calling you than buyers. You got some bad bait out there. You're catching the wrong type of fish, right? So let's get together to make a few marketing adjustments so that you can sell your own home for top dollar. I think you'll find it incredibly helpful. So again, my offer to you is a totally free 15-minute consultation. Talk a little bit about what kind of marketing you need to do to get the home exposed correctly. So my information is listed here. You will reach me, by the way. It's not going to go to an assistant or an admin. That's actually my cell phone number. I answer that 9 to 9 every day. So anytime from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., shoot me a text if you want. I'll just buzz by. We'll spend 15 minutes. I'll give you some free advice. And hey, maybe you'll get your home sold. There's a 50-50 shot you'll get it sold for top dollar on your own. If you don't, hey, maybe we'll look at me helping you with some of the marketing. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. And that's exactly what we do to get your property sold for top dollar.